Welcome YouTubers to a wrestling review, WWE Survivor Series 2012 review for the 19th of November 2012. Please rate, thumbs up, and please leave a comments down below in the comment description below, and please subscribe, and I will subscribe to you, to every single person who always comments to my vids. Thanks. Before I start this Survivor Series review, guys, I want to make a quick suggestion. I will go through this again. I won't take this seriously. Remember, guys, I did a question and answer yesterday. Not an actual proper question and answer session. I was starting to do a question and answer session yesterday about asking you, like, what questions do you want to ask now? It could be any topic. It could be any questions. It could be about the WWE. It could be about TNA, whatever. It could be anything. It could be about what needs improving in WWE and all that stuff. What do you want from WWE? Who do you want to return? What do you want to see in the next future? What questions do you want to ask from me? What videos should I do? This and that. How old am I? And all that stuff. I asked guys to do a question and answer session. And I won't be doing a question and answer session until you guys comment down below and ask me some random questions. Because basically, this is going to be about wrestling questions, mostly. So I want you guys, not to be rude guys, but I want you guys to comment down below. And I say this again and again and again, over and over, till you get this right. And comment down below and ask me some questions. It could be anything. So yeah. So now let's get on my Survivor Series review, guys. Okay, we start with the pre-show. Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal defeat Santino Marella and Zack Ryder. As we knew this was going to happen, it wasn't. We all know this was going to be expected. Now we move on to the proper show. Okay, we had the United States Championship match. Antonio Cesaro defeating R-Truth to retain his United States Championship match. My thoughts on this match. In the previous couple of weeks on Raw, I think the WWE have done really well, in my opinion, with R-Truth, because I think they've took his time building him and progressing towards the pay-per-view, because the WWE did change. Like the first week after Hell in a Cell, WWE was planning Survivor Series and it was all going well, but the week after that, when Vicky became the GM and all that stuff, and Mr. McMahon made the triple threat for the main event for the WWE title, Ryback, Cena and Punk. We'll get onto that situation later. The reason why they did that, because I don't know why they changed all this stuff anyway. So yeah, so my thoughts on this United States Championship. It was a really good United States Championship in my opinion. I know United States Championship match is not really good, but to me, guys, I think the WWE need more decent wrestlers. Like, bring old wrestlers back that can compete for the United States Championship. Stars like Christian, stars like Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel. I know they were in the business, but I would have them lot going in the United States Championship. Guys like Cody Rhodes, Tenzai, who's not getting pushes. Guys who are not getting pushes that are really future main eventers. So really, my thoughts on the United States Championship match. It was a good United States Championship match. And hopefully, I like the way WWE are building Antonio Cesaro up really, really well as the United States Champion. And hopefully, they have him and Christian in the feud down the line. Probably at TLC, Christian returns and beats him, or foot in the tables match, or maybe at the Royal Rumble. So my thoughts, I give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next, we had, AJ and Vicky Guerrero, the whole loving scandal between the AJ scandal. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks on Raw, and I haven't really enjoyed it, because I think what the WWE need to do, I don't know why the hell have they made this whole love relationship. Why have they involved John Cena? Tell me why. Because I thought the WWE were going to do a John Cena and Dolph Ziggler feud. Because the WWE really, they changed all the storylines and all that stuff. Because they were going to put Punk and Ryback in Team Mick Foley's traditional Survivor Series. And really it was going to be Team CM Punk. So they allowed Punk to come out and they decided to make the WWE Championship match. Really what I would have done is, if I was in charge, I would have kept the way it was at the beginning, and I would have put Punk in the traditional Survivor Series. I know you guys don't think that's not a good idea, because we're not going to have a WWE title main event, but really, I think really that wouldn't have suited right. So basically, That's what I think the WWE need to do. So, yeah. Then, we had Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara and Tyson Kidd and Brodus Clay and Justin Gabriel defeating the Primetime Players. I haven't got nothing much to say, but yet again, I don't know why WWE had to announce the same match what they had on Raw, 8-man tag team match, because it's over and over again. WWE basically, there's nothing really interesting in these tag team matches. It repeats and repeats and repeats, and it goes on and on and on. And I don't like when WWE always have to repeat the same shit every single time. Because this pay-per-view, I knew this wasn't going to be a good pay-per-view at the start, because it was going to be a thriller pay-per-view, because they didn't really build anything. I thought, okay, the first week is going to be a really good pay-per-view. We're going to see loads of entertainment. We might see any returns coming back. But no, this was a thriller show. This wasn't a good show. So, in my opinion, I don't know why, really, I think the Primetime Players should have had, WWE should have booked another tag team rematch from Mysterio and Sin Cara and Primetime Players. So, the Primetime Players can win, because without DW, and he's gone now for good, for long term. So basically, I think the Primetime Players really need a good push if they want to become the tag team champions. So I think, please, WWE, sort your mid cards and your baby faces. How many times do I have to review this every time? Next, we move on to the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Okay, we had Sheamus versus The Big Show. Yet again, this feud building up to Survivor Series, it hasn't really been good since the previous pay-per-view from Hell in a Cell. I liked the way, I know they never met before in a one-on-one matchup, but they've been in tag team matches against each other, like in the previous past on SmackDown. But overall, I think the Hell in a Cell match was really better, because Survivor Series, they kind of rushed this on and off and in between, because really the WWE didn't really progress and build this feud right, because really WWE were booking Sheamus more, because they had their turn with Big Show booking over Sheamus at Hell in a Cell, so they had to book Sheamus, and so they had to lead somewhere towards this pay-per-view. And overall, most people were saying that Sheamus should win, but really we don't want to see a Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler feud, because we've seen that over and over and over again, and we know what that match is about. We saw it at No Way Out, because Del Rio had a concussion. I'm happy that the Big Show won, but really, I don't know what's going to happen at TLC, because with this whole Dolph Ziggler and Mick Foley, are they going to have a match at TLC? What's going to be happening for the World Heavyweight Championship? What is going to happen with Randy? Randy might be turning heel in a couple of weeks, or maybe it might happen after TLC, because I think the WWE are going to try and take time on Orton's heel, because I think towards the end of the pay-per-view, I think Orton and Del Rio are probably going to have another match, and then I think Orton's probably going to finish Del Rio off, because really Del Rio is not the guy who's going to really clean and go over Randy Orton, because Orton is that genetic babyface, on and off babyface and heel. So I think Randy and Del Rio are probably going to have a match at TLC. The stipulation will probably be the same match as Barrett last year. They're going to do exactly the same what they did last year. Wade Barrett and Orton feud. They're going to have Orton cleaning over Del Rio in a tables match. But I wanted Del Rio to win. I'm not a Del Rio fan. I can't stand the guy, but I really wanted him to win so that WWE can try and push him, because I thought he was going to be a top heel on SmackDown. But really, WWE are not having faith on Del Rio. So overall, I think the WWE are probably going to have Randy v Del Rio in a tables match at TLC, because it's obvious. And hopefully Foley's probably going to face Dolph Ziggler, maybe. And then probably Ziggler will lose that match or something like that. And then Ziggler will probably end up cashing in Money in the Bank. And then we're probably going to have, I don't know where this is going to lead, because we might be having Orton and Ziggler at the Royal Rumble. But who knows? We'll find out, hopefully tonight on Raw, what matches are going to be announced. Hopefully they start booking from TLC. And hopefully WWE do not show packages from Survivor Series. I don't know if they show it from last night, but please do not repeat it on SmackDown this week. Please do not show over and over packages like they did at Hell in a Cell. Please start building towards the pay-per-view. That's the whole point in WWE. Okay, now the World Heavyweight Championship match, I give it 3.5 Actually, no, 4 out of 5 stars. Solid, good match. We move on to the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Dolph Ziggler and Team Ziggler against Team Foley. We had on Team Foley's team, we had the Viper, Randy Orton, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, and I think that was it. I can't remember. Then we had for Team Ziggler, we had Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Damon Sandow, Del Rio, and David Otunga, I think, yeah. This was a really good Survivor Series tag team match, traditional Survivor Series. It was a really good traditional Survivor Series. I wouldn't say it was better than last year. I think last year was really, really on the top, despite celebrating last year's Survivor Series 25th years of Survivor Series, which was really good when he had The Rock involved in that pay-per-view. So overall, this match was average, on and off. It was alright, and I'm happy that Dolph Ziggler won. But I say this yet again, that I'm a Dolph Ziggler fan, and I'm very, very happy that Dolph Ziggler won. So hopefully the WWE can please not fuck up Dolph Ziggler's character, please, like they do on Christian when he was a babyface last year. Hopefully WWE give faith on Dolph Ziggler and give him at least a couple of months title reign, so they can have him in that feud with Randy Orton for the Heavyweight Championship, hopefully at the Royal Rumble, and then Ziggler can keep the belt until WrestleMania. Ziggler can have a feud with whoever. Probably like Chris Jericho will come back and challenge Ziggler in a retirement match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Whatever. So my thoughts on this Survivor Series match, tag team, I give it 5 out of 5 stars. No, sorry guys, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Next, we move on to the final match. Actually, no, sorry guys. Eve versus Caitlyn for the Divas Championship. Okay, I haven't got nothing much to say. I hate Divas matches because basically the WWE have really dropped the Divas division since guys like Beth Phoenix and all that have left now because their contracts run out and they want to move on to the next challenge. So overall, Divas division, Eve won. But there is one good thing about this. They've kind of made this storyline okay, as they've done in previous Divas matches over the years, like showing the attack which happened at the previous pay-per-view before Hell in a Cell. I think it was Night of Champions. So there is something genetic onto that Divas match, but it's just boring. Divas are just boring. Now we're going to move on. The final match was the WWE Championship match. The match we've all been waiting for, which the match shouldn't have happened, but it was the right thing to do. We had CM Punk versus John Cena and Ryback for the WWE Championship. My thoughts on this match, I don't think it wasn't really a good WWE Championship match. Basically, yet again, as what I said on my Raw review and what other you guys said, that why have WWE have John Cena and Ryback working together? First they started the match, or first the match started like with John Cena and Ryback, CM Punk running around the ring, trying to come in. John Cena tries to get him, and then he runs around the ring, and Ryback tries to get him, and John Cena just attacks him and hits him with the fist. And then after that, John Cena and Ryback kept working together. Really, WWE, please have John Cena and Ryback brawling. I don't want two big massive baby faces working together. I want Ryback still as a baby face. But when are WWE ever going to turn John Cena heel? They're never going to do that, because WWE are never going to have John Cena as a heel. Ryback should be the new John Cena. He should be the new version. He should be taken over. So, really, I think that's what the WWE need to do. And also, I'm happy that CM Punk won. I hate CM Punk, but it was the right thing to do, because most people had voted CM Punk versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble, because it really, most people were saying that John Cena had to win at Survivor Series, because really they didn't want the WWE to have Punk winning, so that they didn't want to have John Cena be The Rock at WrestleMania 29. So really I wanted I really wanted Punk to win, because I wanted Punk to face The Rock, and that means Rock's probably going to win the WWE Championship, and then Rock's probably going to win the Elimination Chamber, or possibly someone will win it, and then possibly The Rock's going to face John Cena at WrestleMania. Please do not have John Cena and The Rock at WrestleMania. Please. I'd like to see Punk v The Rock at WrestleMania 29 instead of the Royal Rumble. I don't mind what's happening, but really either the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I don't know what's going to happen, but my thoughts on this WWE Championship match, I don't think it wasn't really good. At the end of the show, the booking, because we had NXT rookies coming in. I don't know these NXT rookies. A person called Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Rollins. I don't know these guys because I don't watch NXT, because it's the most shittest show I've ever seen. So, by the way, I did watch NXT season 1, by the way. But overall, I think tonight on Raw, they're probably going to have a 3-on-1 handicap match. Ryback's probably going to destroy all 3 of them, and then I don't know who Punk's going to face at TLC. I will do a TLC review some point up tonight, maybe not, or tomorrow night. So overall, that's my Survivor Series review. Really, this pay-per-view sucked, really, because excuse my cough, guys. Basically, this pay-per-view sucked because I knew there wasn't going to be any build-up towards Survivor Series, because at the start of the show, sorry guys, at the start of the build-up, guys, after Hell in a Cell, I thought, okay, WWE going to have a good pay-per-view at Survivor Series. It's going to be a solid, good show. But overall, guys, apparently they've made all the changes, they made all the different storylines. That's what I hate with WWE. I don't like them changing things in the last minute. I know you guys don't like it. So I think WWE needs to sort something out. So this Survivor pay-per-view wasn't really a good pay-per-view. None of the matches I wasn't really interested. There was only 2 matches I was interested in: the Heavyweight Championship and the Dolph Ziggler and Team Mick Foley and Team Ziggler. Because I'm really interested in Team Ziggler and Team Mick Foley feud and the Heavyweight Championship, Sheamus and Big Show. They're the only 2 points I am interested in. The rest are absolutely boring. I did not enjoy it. They're just, basically, this pay-per-view wasn't a kind of a Survivor Series. It was like an over-the-limit pay-per-view. A genetic, boring show. So, yeah. So this is Luca Q, 20394 here for a Survivor Series 2012 review. Remember, guys, please rate, thumbs up, and please leave your comments down below in the description below, and please subscribe and comment. I will subscribe to you, every single YouTuber I have. Okay. For the next time, people, bye for now.